National Park College Nighthawk Women's Cross Country is on the Nighthawk Network, your official home for Nighthawk athletics this season. Our featured Nighthawk Women's Cross Country runner this week, Miss Olivia Caraway. Olivia, welcome to Nighthawk Nation. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I attend here at National Park. I'm getting my general studies for a degree in wildlife biology. In high school, I did cross country for about 5 years, and this is my 6th year to do cross country.
Now, Olivia, I know that you have a very ambitious plan for your academics and kind of what you want it to carry into and grow into in terms of a career. And why don't you share with the fan base what that is?
My plan for my college career is to be a wildlife biologist. I plan to get a bachelor's and master's degree in wildlife biology, then move on to seminary where I will receive a double bachelor's degree in Bible theology and translational entrepreneurship. This will equip me with the knowledge to be able to serve in Africa, which is where I want my mission field to resonate, and to create a program for the underprivileged children that live there through the Orphaned Elephant Sanctuary. Not only teach them English through the Bible, but teach them how to take care of God's creatures, to give them an opportunity to be successful themselves.
What an inspirational mission, too, and at such a young age already kind of figuring out what your path is in life. You ran cross country for Lake Hamilton for a number of years, and now you're running cross country at National Park College. How did this happen?
It's actually a pretty funny story. I went into the administration office in the Student Commons Center to go pay the bill that you have before you enter school. And I was standing at the financial office desk, and we were going through my transaction, and Coach Hudnall ends up walking up to me. And somehow, some way, we end up talking about me doing cross country for about 5 years in high school. And he pauses for a second and he said, "Are you serious?" Because we recently just had a runner at the last minute drop from our team, and we need a 5th runner to complete the team. He asked me, would you like to run for our team? And I said, sure.
And the rest is history. Yep. So you're here, and you've meshed with the team very well. We continue to see growth not only out of yourself, but the rest of the women that run for Nighthawk Nation. But tell us a little bit about what it's like to be a member of this team and to be able to run beside so many other talented individuals.
I love my cross country team. We're like a bunch of siblings, if I'm going to be honest. We joke around all the time, but at the end of the day, we're going to work hard, and we're going to do our best. And that's all our coach asks us to do, is to put our best effort and put our best foot forward. When we don't do as well, when we don't perform the way we want to, he tells us, don't sweat it, you're going to get it next time. And that's the whole thing about cross country. Cross country, it doesn't honestly, when it boils right down to it, it doesn't really matter where you end. All that matters is how you perform and how you do the game, because it's a mental game. It's more mental than it is physical. Now you're still going to have to run, and you might be dead at the end of the race, but if you put your best effort and you run that race with wholeheartedly, it feels like you've already won, basically, because you've won on a personal goal. You might not have won as a team or as an individual, but you won for your personal goals.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about, taking the leap and going out there and committing to something and making sure that you finish as well. Now, we've seen a lot of growth, like we said, and, specifically for yourself, we think about the past month of cross country, Arkadelphia and then on the road in Oklahoma, and now the NJCAA Region II Championships, the biggest meet that you've ran in your career so far. What does this meet mean for you personally?
It gives me an opportunity to better myself, not only as a runner, but to work with my team to win. I mean, I would say we have a pretty good chance of winning, but at the same token, we have to want it. We have to work for it. And it takes dedication, it takes work, and you need to be able to just push yourself, because if you don't push yourself, you're not gonna admit to anything.
Let's talk about that work. What does it take to be successful in cross country? What do the workouts look like? What are you doing this week? What is the team doing this week to prepare to win?
Our coach has he doesn't want us to overwork ourselves and kill ourselves on these workouts. He wants us to be fresh and ready for the meet this Saturday. And so we're basically just tapering and just doing some distance runs each and every day. I'm running about maybe 3 miles a day and keeping it at 3 miles, and pretty much, yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody to maybe inspire them to kind of take the leap? And you had a very chance encounter. You may not even be sitting in this chair today if you weren't in the right place at the right time. What would you tell somebody that's looking to maybe follow in your footsteps one day?
I would tell them that just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible.
Olivia, congratulations on the honor this week. Is there anybody that you'd like to say hello to who may be watching?
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents. You guys have been my biggest supporters. I love you, and thank you for the past 5 years.
Congratulations once again, and good luck to you and the team this week. Olivia Caraway of the Nighthawk Women's Cross Country Team. More on this week's meet coming up. This is National Park Nighthawk Women's Cross Country on the Nighthawk Network.